Hello there, everyone. We are back here again. For this, in this video, we will be talking about the Vtpass cable subscription. The Vtpass cable subscription. So we will be integrating Vtpass cable into our codes. So into our VBP, just to make it work. So back to our VTpass documentation, I'll be clicking on TV subscriptions. So we'll be just be implementing the DSTV part alone. So like I always say that they've made it so simple that we can use like it's same format, you understand? So it's very great. So right now we won't be talking about the verification of the smart card because we already have that on our platform. You understand? Which is this. So do not touch this part, please. Do not touch it. There's a reason for it because different. I'm going to repeat that. The reason is that different APIs, the verification response they return, it's always different. So this is the most detailed verification response we've seen. So the most detailed in the sense that it will capture everything that any other API might want to add to his or her own requirement before you can purchase the airtime. I'm going to show what I'm talking about now. Now look at this verification of the smart card and things like that. You understand? So I now look at the response. This response is short. It's a bit short. It's a bit short. Though in fact it's even a bit detailed compared to what I've seen. But still it is still short. Number one, two. These keys would be varying from from provider to providers, which will make it hard for us to track. So we had to create style, our own style of API. So if you should check against any of the responses, sorry, any of the smart card, you'll be getting a whole bunch of um details of the subscriber. So I'm just going to show you what I made on the page so that you understand the where I'm actually coming from and going. So now this says okay, this is DSTV, right? Really, it's not DSTV. This should be a Go TV. So I'm just going to pick a package here just for picking sake. So look at what's going to happen. It's going to list a lot that anyone can use. You can see that. So you have a lot of things to pick from as compared to what we have on their own page. So that's why we actually created our own uh, verification of the smart number API version. So now we already have the sandbox here because that's what is being used. You understand? It's same thing here. The service ID is DSTV. Now we are using DSTV as our service ID. Then the same thing, the same. Look at this feeds now. We have request ID, service ID, billers code, variation code, amount. Uh, then the phone. Simple. Fine. We need to check the variation codes for DSTV also. So let's go back up and see if we can get that. Yeah, we can get that also. So we have it here. We have it there. So that's the variation code for. I'm just going to compare it with their live one. I've not checked it before, so that we don't start getting. Okay, it's the same way. It's the same thing. You know, it's the same thing. The same thing because I just felt it should mimic the sandbox. So this is the sandbox that we have. Sorry, this is the sandbox that we have here. We have says DSTV Paddy. So I'll just be picking the DSTV Paddy, then the DSTV, then the service ID, which is the DSTV. So that's what we're gonna be using here. So like I always do, we need to set things here first before we can set things up. You understand? So now we can see that in this part we have three boxes. That's because they have different um, packages and uh, different costs, and it will be easier for us to identify them this way than the way we did for data. You understand? So now, before I proceed, I would like us to just look away from this because we will not be using this at all for this platform to work. But for this platform to use to give out API to other portals, you will need to configure this. You will need to configure it. So if you want to do that, just let us know. You will have to look at it closely so that you can test run the API for you again. Of course, because everything we are doing will have to depend on your API provider. You understand? So though there will still be modification here also because you will have to change this minus here to a slash to a slash. Um, Reason I'm not going to say it on this video now. So now we have the DSTV party, you know. So we are changing this first part to the code that we've seen here, to the variation code. Of course, that is the way we can identify it. Of course, and this is what the user will see on the front end. This part. We are having three pipes. So we have one, two, three. So the second variable there is what the user will see. Then the third variable is what will be deducted from the system, from the person's wallet. You need to keep that in mind. That's what will be deducted from the person's wallet. So for here and here, you understand? So that's the way this works. Then this one also, of course, the service is DSTV already. So that's why we are leaving this as DSTV, GoTV, and StarTimes. Or else we would have changed it like we did for the Club Connect. You understand? So then the same thing will apply to this one also. If you are able to check, let's see if you can check for GoTV. You get so you can see what we've got in here also. Same thing. So GoTV service ID, then we have the version code which is GoTV Lite, GoTV Lite, and that. So that's it. That's it for that. Just gonna click on save. Yeah. So now going back here now, you can see that biller's code. As regards this one, we have the biller's code. And they said the biller's code is what the smart card number, which is what we just said here. It is a smart number. Then the service ID, the system will generate the service ID by itself, service code. Of course, it will have to pick from here to put here. You understand? So then the variation code also will be picked from here, then it will be placed here, which is as a plan code. Then the plan amount is, I think that is optional. That's optional. You can see it's optional there, but you can still put it there. It's gonna pick from here to put here. You get then the phone number. The phone number is auto generated from the system because the system will have to generate your number by itself. So the person sending the recharge, or the user trying to recharge would that's it. The number of the user trying to recharge is what will be used here. Sorry for the English. I was trying to look for a proper way to say it without mixing, without sounding like something else. You get so that you get what I'm trying to say. Then the other number, as you have already seen, And this, which is the the basic and space, the encoded data. So we have it there, and I think that's all. And we have our transaction successful here code. Like I always say, don't touch this, which is successful code. Don't touch it, leave it that way. Then just click on save. So that way we are good to go. If I should click here on proceed to subscribe your GoTV, it will not go because we are not using the test value. Of course, we can't use the test value here because this will actually call this will be calling our own personal API here, which we don't know if it's a test or not. So we will never get the correct response. You understand? You're going to be seeing an error there, and there'll be a lot of problem. So that's that. That's that. I think if you have any question, you can just drop it down below for us, or suggestions or anything at all. Just let us know. We are going to chat you up, contact you, or you can just give us a call, WhatsApp, anything you feel like, or the one easier for you to reach out to us. Yeah, we are definitely going to respond to your comments, feedbacks, and things like that. Thanks again, and do have a nice day.